Hi, I'm Iga. Welcome to my off-shoulder mohair cardigan tutorial. We will make together this exact cardigan that I have right now on myself. I made this tutorial beginner friendly, but if you are a more advanced crocheter, I also have a written pattern available. It will be linked in the description, so if you would like to use the written pattern, feel free to click on it. It is a paid pattern, but I put the price as low as possible so everyone can use and afford it. If you will still use the tutorial in the video version, that is of course free and available to everyone, but you're able to buy the pattern as a support for me, I will be very, very, very grateful for supporting my work, and you will make it possible for me to make even more of them. So thank you so much for everyone who will click on the link and buy the pattern, no matter if they need it or not. I wanted to add in the written pattern something that is not in the video, so you feel like you're getting something additional, and I created the grid pattern for the main body part. So if you like seeing it written and visualized in this way, you will find it in the pattern there. When it comes to the video tutorial, I try to make it as beginner friendly as possible, so everything is step by step. The only two things you need to know to successfully use this video tutorial is how to put the yarn on your hook and how to chain. That's it. What I will explain to you is half double crochet, triple crochet, and of course how to make a top down cardigan in one piece, including the buttons and how to do buttonholes and all of the drill. Everything is here, so I hope it will be as comprehensive as possible. If you don't understand something or you have any questions, I will try my best to answer all of the comments and everything. So don't hesitate to just ask me in the comment or in the DM on my Instagram as well. And I think that's basically everything you need to know. Thank you so much for using my tutorial. Every like, every comment is helping me create more and be able to focus on this as well. So I will be very, very grateful for all of the support. So thank you so much, and let's go into crocheting. Let's make something beautiful. Okay, so let's start with a chaining, and we need to chain quite a lot. Everybody will have a different amount of chains because it depends on how wide you want your cardigan to be and where do you want to sit it exactly. Keep chaining and keep checking where do you want it to stop. You can do it quite tight because at the end we will add 3 additional rows for buttons. So if you are wondering, oh, should I add 2 more or not? Maybe not. At least this is my advice because we will add at the end. And yes, from my calculation, it looks like I need 160 chains. So it will be quite a lot. We can just keep going with chaining. Okay, I decided to chain at the end 150, and now this will be our top of the cardigan. And because we are doing it in one piece, we need some markers to know where will be what. So whatever you chain, whatever is the amount you chain, you need to divide it by 6. So for me, this is 25 each, and every 25 chains, I'm putting a marker. So this will be like a front of my cardigan, first 25. Next 25 here, this will go over your arm. Then 225, so double the length, will be the back of our cardigan. So this will be the back of the cardigan, and from this side the same. We need 25, for me at least, for the arm again, and 25 again for the front. So basically this is our top of the cardigan. If you have an odd number and you have too many chains, you can always add it at the back, because it's okay if the back is a little bit bigger than the front. But make sure you really count this properly, because first time I was doing this cardigan, I was restarting 3 times and I wasted literally 3 days because I didn't count it properly. So right now I counted it 3 times, I think, and I'm considering counting it one more time because this somehow looks longer than this. I just recounted it one more time, and I'm glad I did, because I had 6 too many. So I really encourage you to recount it one more time as well. And now we'll start working. First thing you need to do is chain additional 2, because we'll work with double crochet. So first 2 chains we will skip. I already have additional 2, so I have additional 1, so 1 more. And I will start working into my first marker. I will show how to do double crochet twice. If you need to have a bit more guidance, you can put it on a loop then. To do double crochet, you need to go with yarn around your hook, then go into third chain with your hook, take the yarn from there, take the yarn with you out of the loop. Now you should have 3 different yarns on the hook. Then take the yarn one more time and go through only 2 loops. Now you have 2 loops again on your hook. Take the yarn one more time and go through 2 loops again. I'll show you one more time. We are going around the hook, putting the hook into the chain. Now take the yarn and go out of the chain. Take the yarn again and go through 2 loops. Take the yarn again and go through 2 loops. We will work with double crochet until the first marker. So last time, around the hook, into next chain, take the yarn and go out of the chain. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Take yarn, go through 2, take yarn, go through 2. I will keep going. I need all together to have 25 double crochet, and then I will meet you there. You might have to do a different amount depending on by what number you divided it. Okay, I have 25 stitches. When you count them, remember to not count the chains at the start. We are counting from the first double crochet. So my 25th is right before the next stitch marker. Now we need to create a corner so we can create the shape of the cardigan. So in the 25th stitch for me, I will do one more double crochet exactly in the same spot. Now I will chain 2 and I will do double crochet again in the next chain. So where my stitch mark is, this is my 26th chain. I don't know if I have enough space to actually put it there. Yeah, okay, I managed. And now I'm doing one more double crochet into the same chain. And just like that, we create the first corner. This will be the front of your cardigan. This will be the corner, and now we will go over your shoulder. So we keep going with double crochet until the next stitch. So for me it's 24 because the first double crochet we already did for the shoulder. So let's just keep going for now. Okay, I did another 25 double crochet, so I will do another corner here. Now we are doing corner to go into the back part of the cardigan. So as the last time, in the 25th we need two double crochet. So I already did one. I will do one more in exactly the same spot. Then I will chain 2 and I will do 2 double crochet into the next chain. So this is my first one. And second one. And now I'm doing a back, so I need double length. For me this is 50 stitches, so I will go 25. When I hit my next mark, I won't do any double or anything. I will continue 25 more to the next stitch mark. It should be fifth mark. So now continuing 50 double crochet. front arm, back we have double length, and now we're going back to arm. So in not 25th, 50th double crochet, and we will do again double crochet, chain 2, and then in the next chain here where I have my mark, I will do 2 double crochet and then continue to the last mark. So 24 more because this is counted as first. The second row will be a little bit different when it comes to how we are doing the corners, so bear with me till then, and then I will tell you what we will do so you can continue more rows by yourself. And we are creating the last corner, so I did 25. This will be the other arm or over the shoulder piece, and now only the front is left, so we are doing double crochet in the last chain, 2 double crochet in the last chain, we are chaining 2, and then we are doing 2 double crochet again in the next chain. And then we are continuing, and then we are continuing double crochet till the very end, and then first row is done, and I will explain what will we do in the second one. So this is how our cardigan looks like right now. We created the form of it, so now it will be easier to crochet, at least in my opinion. To do the second row, we will continue with double crochet. First 6 rows are all with double crochet only, and then we'll start mixing it with triple crochet as well. The only difference in these rows is how we are creating the corners. So the rows with the odd numbers, as we started with the first one, will be done the same way we did right now. So we will do double crochet on each, 2 double crochet on each side of the corners and 2 chains in between. The equal number, so the second row, as we're gonna do right now, will be done a little bit different. Let's start doing the double crochet here, and I will meet you on the first corner and show you the difference. To do the second row, you need to start with chaining 2. So we are chaining 2 to create the length of our double crochet stitch, sorry. And now we will crochet in the first, between the first 2 stitches. You can crochet it here in between, which is a little bit easier and quicker, but I don't like the look of that. So what I do is put my hook right here inside of the first stitch. You can see that right now I have 2 loops at the top, 1 at the bottom, and this is where I put my double crochet. There's no right and wrong answer here, it's just about the look. This takes a little bit more time, but I think they're coming together this way a little bit more. So especially if you are doing with a little bit bigger hook, that is recommended, like I am, to create this meshy see-through look, then it's not so difficult as well. So I think the time is worth it. Let's continue with double crochet wherever you're putting them, and let's meet on the first corner. So I made a little bit of a mistake while explaining how to do second type of corners, meaning that first row we will do the corner that I showed you and you already do. Second row we will do a different one, and then we will keep exchanging between these two types. Hence the little corner that I'm working on and showing you, but you are of course continuing working on your normal cardigan. What we are doing is we are going with double crochet up until the very last one. Pay attention to put all of them, because now we have one more as we added one stitch here in our last round, so in the first row. Now when I have them in all of them, what I'm doing is I'm chaining one. I'm putting one more double crochet in exactly the same place. I'm chaining two then. And then I'm skipping the two chains that we did for the corner in the last row, and I'm putting double crochet in the first stitch after the corner. I'm chaining one again, and then putting one more double crochet in the same place. Now you're continuing with a double crochet all up till the next corner, and you're doing it the same way. So the only difference between last corner that we were creating and this one is that between the double crochet that we are doing here, you're also chaining one. So we will continue doing it like this. Just double crochet on every corner without chaining, and chaining two here, and then double crochet, chain one, double crochet, chain two, double crochet, chain one, double crochet, continue double crochet. I am 6 rows in, so right now I will start doing triples as well. How I'm making the rest of the sweater is doing one row of triples, one row of doubles. To be completely honest with you, I am doing it so it's a bit faster, because doing it with this tin of yarn would take absolutely ridiculous amount of time. So if you don't want to, you can just continue with double. You can continue with only triples. In my opinion, then it's too meshy, at least for my liking. So that's why I'm just going in between double and triple. So if you want to do the triple, let me show you how to do triple crochet. You need to start with chaining 3, not 2. And now the difference is that at the beginning you're going around the hook twice. So 1, 2. And now you basically do the same thing, because you're going into the first chain, taking the yarn there and going with it out of the loop. Now you will have 4 loops here, not 3 like in a double crochet. You're taking the yarn, going through 2 loops, taking the yarn, going through 2 loops, and one more time taking the yarn, going through 2 loops. And just like that we have triple crochet. So again, twice around the hook, you're going into your next stitch, taking yarn there and going out of the stitch with the yarn. Take yarn one more time, go through 2, take yarn, go through 2, take yarn, go through 2. When it comes to the rest, nothing is changing. We're still doing the same 2 types of corners, and we just keep going until and we keep going until this is wide enough to go under your armpits, basically. So basically this part from the front and from the back needs to meet to create an armpit, but I will continue to crochet and for you show you in a second when is it exactly. So I did a couple more rows, and right now I will separate sleeves from the body part. I put little stitch marker here just to remember in which moment I need to join it together. It might look like it's not that wide to already do the sleeves, but because it's an off-shoulder sweater, you don't really need that much here. So I would really recommend it to you to keep trying it on, because you just need less than you might have thought. At least that was the case for me. So right now I am doing double crochet, so I will keep doing double crochet until I reach this moment. So this would be first corner, going from the front. To join the first and second corner together in order to create sleeve there, we basically kind of start like we would do normally. So we are continuing with double crochet, and we are putting firstly the hook in the first hole. I just need to take this stitch marker out because it's too tight. Okay, so we are putting it into the first hole. Then, without getting out, I'm grabbing second corner and putting it over the hook as well. And then I'm grabbing the yarn there and taking my hook out of both of the stitches there. And now I'm continuing to finish double crochet stitch. And just like that, we created a sleeve here. Now I'm continuing with double crochet. You should continue now in the place where you have back. And you're continuing the whole back until you reach next corner. And this corner you will also join with the fourth corner, so third and fourth, and we'll create second sleeve. This is all you have to do at this point for the sleeves. Right now we will continue doing more rows. We will do the rest of the body part. I keep going with double crochet, triple crochet, double crochet, triple crochet till the rest of the body part. You are leaving sleeves, so the way you're creating your rows right now is doing front, back, and then front again. So we will go kind of like this and then back like this. When you are finished with the body part, you have the length that you would like to have. We will do sleeves as next part. So let's continue to work on this first. Okay, so I'm gonna start doing the sleeve right now. We need to start with attaching the yarn. So I'm gonna attach it right here where we join the corners. So I think it will be the least visible here if it's not perfectly done. So I'm starting right here, and you're attaching it with a simple slip stitch, which means that you are putting the hook with a yarn onto the stitch that you want to attach it in. Then you take the yarn and you go through the one loop that you have on the hook, and just like that we have it. So for me it looks like this, that the last row I did was triple crochet, so I will do double crochet as my first row here. So I'm starting with 2 chains and then just continuing to work in circles, just like I would normally. I will show you in a second how to do second row, because going in circles sometimes can be a little bit tricky and you can accidentally skip or add additional stitch. So let's go around separately and then we'll meet when we are finishing the first round. To join the row together, we need to treat the chains as our first stitch. So we are joining it with slip stitch. You put your hook into the last chain that you made, take the yarn there and go through everything that you have on your hook. Like this. Unless you would like to do increase, which I would like to do because the sleeves are not wide enough for my liking. To do increase, I will put one more stitch right here into the same place I put chains. So I will put one more stitch here. And now I will join it the same way. So I will still put a slip stitch into the last chain I made. And this way I increased. You can see that in this last place we have 2 stitches. I will increase couple more rows because it's just is too tight for my liking. But this is about your choice. If it's wide enough, you don't add this additional stitch here. You're just slip stitching it with the chains that you made at the beginning, and you continue to do it. Remember that every single row you start with chaining as well. Otherwise, we will crochet in rounds, which you could do as well, but then the end of the sleeve won't be as nice and won't be even on every side. So I wouldn't recommend it. And you keep going like this with the whole sleeve to the length that you want to have. Of course, the other one is done exactly the same way. Then our last thing that we need to do is close the cardigan and put the buttons. We are on our last part of the cardigan. I just crocheted the length of the cardigan that I would like to have, and I will do everything that we need to do for buttons. We're starting with the side of the cardigan that you want the buttons to be attached to, and not the one that you would like to have holes for the buttons in. What I'm doing is I'm doing 3 rows of half double crochet on this side. I already did it, but I will use the other side to show you how the stitch looks like, because on the other side we'll do 1 row as well. So start with the part that you want your buttons to be attached to, and you need to attach your yarn. Of course, I always start with the bottom of the cardigan, and then we need to chain 1. This is a very similar stitch to double crochet and triple crochet, of course, but it's a bit easier. What we do is we go with yarn around the hook, put it under our stitch, take yarn. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. We take yarn and take through all 3 of them. And this is half double crochet. I will show one more time. Around the hook, under our stitch, take yarn. You have 3 loops on the hook right now. Take yarn one more time, go through all 3 loops. Make sure to not put too little or too much stitches while you are doing the side. When you are seeing that you did triple crochet, you should put 3 of half double crochet too. And when you're seeing that the rows like here, it's the double crochet, it's a bit shorter, you put 2. So for a triple one, you put 3, for double, you put 2, and then you should have right amount. And you go like this 3 rows on the side that you want to buttons on. Then you need to decide where do you want to buttons. You can either mark them in any way or sew the buttons in. And then on the other side of the cardigan, we need to do 1 row. And then after doing 1 row, I will show you how to do the holes of the buttons exactly. On the other side, I have 1 row of double crochet as well. And now this is a very important moment because we are deciding where to put the holes. How I put it, I put my stitches on the other side. So I know where the buttons will be. I put the first button 2 stitches in, and then every 9 stitch I have a button as well. So now, because I have a regular pattern, it will be easier for me to put it as well. So what we are doing is you need to know where you will have your buttons at that point. And you are continuing a normal half double crochet until you're on the stitch that you would like to have your first button. For me, it is just 1 because on the second one I want to have a button already. So what I'm doing right now is I'm switching my hook to a smaller one. If you don't have a smaller one, you don't do that. And now I am chaining 1, and I'm chaining one quite tightly. You can do it with your normal size of the hook as well. And then I need to have a little bit of a more space so I can put my normal hook in. And now I'm skipping doing 1 stitch. So I won't do a stitch in the second one. I will do in the third one right now. And now I will continue until I have another button. So for me it's 8 more stitches because in the 9th I will have my next button. Basically, this is all you are doing. You need to create some kind of hole so the button can go in. How I am creating this is through skipping 1 stitch and chaining very, very small one, so the hole is not too big as well. That's why I'm also always going with 3 rows of crocheting when I'm creating buttons. So the 3rd row will go over the hole that we created. So I will put 1 stitch here and it will just look nicer and all together. That's all that we will have to do. The only thing that I would like to recommend to add is trim around the top part of your cardigan, because we are adding right now some rows for the buttons so it doesn't look as nice and all together. I will go around the top part with half double crochet to create a trim. But other than that, it is all finished. We will now finish the row of the buttons, then we will go over it 1 more time with half double crochet, sew the buttons in, and your cardigan is ready.